You're watching the English News Bulletin on QPVN channel. I'm Cho Nguyen, and now let me keep you up to date with the headlines. Sustainable development of Vietnam Sea and Islands. Further focus placed on peacekeeper training. Vietnam eyes to develop strong workforce for semiconductor industry. On September the 16th, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính chaired a meeting with leaders of ministries and agencies to review the implementation of resolution on the strategy for sustainable development of Vietnam's marine economy by 2030 with a vision to 2045 and other key contents outlined in the 13th National Party Congress's resolution. Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính asked ministries, agencies, and localities to continue following the party's guidelines and the state laws, including the 13th National Party Congress resolution and the government's resolution on national defense strategy in the new situation. He urged proactive and effective fulfillment of all tasks, aiming for significant, tangible results in all fields. The ministries, agencies, and localities must pool all available resources to promote sustainable development of marine economy associated with ensuring national defense and security. Enhancing the nation's ability to enforce and protect sovereignty, sovereign rights, and jurisdiction at sea was highlighted as a priority. Additionally, they must persist in maintaining a foreign policy of independence and self-reliance, multilateralism and diversification of external ties, and enhancing international cooperation on maritime issues in accordance with international law. On the morning of the same day in Hanoi, Senior Lieutenant General Trịnh Văn Quyết, chairman of the General Political Department of the Vietnam People's Army, chaired a meeting of the General Department's leadership to review and approve the management and operational plan for the Vietnam Military History Museum, along with a proposal for entrance fee collection, fee management, and usage. The Vietnam Military History Museum has recently collaborated with relevant authorities to study and learn from similar large-scale museum management models. Additionally, the museum has actively engaged with experienced units to develop a suitable plan for managing and operating large modern facilities. To fulfill its assigned political task effectively, the collection, management, and usage of entrance fees is essential, contributing to national budget while covering part of the cost for visitor services, preservation, and the enhancement of valuable documents and artifacts. General Quyết emphasized that the Vietnam Military History Museum has received significant modern investments, necessitating a strict and regulated management and operational plan. This will serve as a foundation for efficient management, exploitation, and usage of the museum's facilities while ensuring security and safety for its activities. The museum is expected to be open in October. It will serve as a multifunctional and iconic project of Hanoi and the country, designed to meet the increasing demand for military history education, cultural enjoyment, and tourism for people of all walks of life, particularly the armed forces. At the Vietnam Department of Peacekeeping Operations headquarters on the morning of September the 16th, Senior Lieutenant General Phùng Sĩ Tấn, Deputy Chief of the General Staff of the Vietnam People's Army, inspected the preparation for the upcoming dispatch of the Level 2 Field Hospital Rotation 6 to South Sudan and Military Engineering Company Rotation 3 to Abyei area on September the 24th. The representative of the Vietnam Department of Peacekeeping Operations briefed the inspection delegation on the training process of the two units, which had been completed as planned in compliance with UN regulations and requirements. From now until the departure, the Vietnam Department of Peacekeeping Operations will continue to coordinate with agencies and units to complete the remaining contents, including a plan to organize the dispatch ceremony and another to welcome and see off the two units. General Tấn requested agencies and units continue to coordinate closely, urgently complete remaining preparation work. Members of the Level 2 Field Hospital Rotation 6 and Military Engineering Company Rotation 3 are asked to maintain discipline, quickly complete all preparations, uphold the determination, and stay ready for the dispatch ceremony and upcoming tasks at the peacekeeping missions. There are only a few weeks left till Military Engineering Company Rotation 3 departs to take over the mission of its predecessors at the UNISFA. These days, at the Vietnam Department of Peacekeeping Operations, the unit has still been receiving synchronous and regular training, as training is the central and fundamental task helping improve their expertise, readiness, and confidence, meeting their increasingly high requirements at the UNISFA.
The base soil condition is special as mud lies for 15 to 20 meters underground and sand lies beyond 20 meters underground. According to officers and employees of the previous rotations, the currently applied methods of air drilling easily cause landslides, at the same time making it difficult to find water sources. Therefore, during this pre-deployment training, Military Engineering Company Rotation 3 has proactively learned and trained to improve their professional qualification in order to meet the mission requirements more effectively in the coming time. This time, as advised by experts, we will no longer use air drilling but combine soil drilling with twist drilling, while drilling with mixing chemicals, then pouring them down to make a well. When combining that with twist drilling, the water will be pushed up. Carrying out mission far from the fatherland with the repair workshops, members of Military Engineering Company Rotation 3 will have to promote their proactiveness in operating and maintaining their site equipment. There is a training section on how to operate and use the BTR-152 vehicle to ensure its efficiency and durability, especially during the harsh rainy season in the Abiy area. Activities at the missions are unstable and complicated, requiring regular training to ensure security and safety for personnel and equipment while performing tasks. Through pre-deployment training programs, members of Military Engineering Company Rotation 3 have equipped themselves with basic knowledge about UN peacekeeping operations, ensuring the successful completion of tasks as required by the UN and the mission.
Coming up next, spirit of VIET soldiers against typhoon. Vietnam eyes to develop strong workforce for semiconductor industry. On September the 16th, the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development received aid from Switzerland consisting of nearly 26 tons of goods valued of approximately $428,000. The supplies include equipment and systems designed for safe housing, clean water, and sanitation solutions. In addition, Swiss experts will assist with the installation and provide local authorities with guidance on using the equipment. Switzerland has also dispatched 8 experienced specialists in fields such as clean water, sanitation, and safe housing to conduct in-depth surveys in Yên province. The team is expected to study local needs and propose suitable reconstruction solutions, with surveys planned for the week. On the night of September 15th, a relief flight from the government of India landed at Nội Bài Airport, delivering relief supplies. The shipment includes water filtration system, water tanks, blankets, mosquito nets, solar-powered lights, and cooking utensils. The total weight of the goods is estimated at over 35 tons, with the value of approximately $1 million. Typhoon Yagi has caused extensive damage across the country, severely disrupting the communication system. Over the past week, VIET technicians have spared no efforts to batter nature's devastation. From the highest commanders to the frontline workers, they've all united with one common goal and determination: to protect and maintain the communication network for millions of people. 2 a.m. on September the 9th, torrential rain hit Quảng Ninh province, leaving many districts without signal after the storm severed VIET's main cables. VIET's technicians worked around the clock to restore service as quickly as possible. The corporation has placed immense trust in us by mobilizing maximum resources to support the team, which drives us to be even more determined. In Lạng Sơn, another area severely affected by the storm, 4 districts were cut off, leaving communication systems completely disrupted. At the Van Lang section of Kỳ Cùng River, the historic flood levels washed away the network cables of multiple service providers. From the early hours, VIETel technicians were on site, working with unyielding determination to restore the cables and reconnect the communication lines to serve the people. With the spirit of climbing mountains and crossing rivers, despite the lurking dangers of rushing flood waters, more than 10 VIETel engineers worked non-stop from dawn till midnight to build the bridge of information for the people in the remote villages. We mobilized a massive workforce from all over the country to support the provinces to restore mobile and fixed line services to customers as quickly as possible. As of now, VIETel has restored mobile connectivity across all northern mountainous provinces. Despite the storm's dangers, VIETel employees ventured into the heart of the destruction to ensure communication remained intact, holding on to every thread of hope for those still trapped. In isolated areas where floodwaters rose, the return of VIETel signal meant more than communication. It was a lifeline of hope. Where there's VIETel signal, there is hope became a message of encouragement among villages devastated by the storm. For VIETel soldiers, ensuring communication is not just a task, but a sacred duty to their people and a responsibility to the nation. Their engineers and staff faced nature's challenges with full dedication and heart. On September the 16th in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam National Innovation Center, in coordination with the U.S. Department of State, the U.S. Embassy at Vietnam, and Arizona State University, organized the Human Resource Development Program in the assembly, testing, and packaging of microchips, thus helping Vietnam participate in the global semiconductor industry more actively. Vietnam is among 8 strategic countries selected by the U.S. to implement the program of developing semiconductor workforce. The program is within the framework of the U.S. International Technology Security and Innovation Fund in Vietnam. The program aims to improve the business environment, develop the skilled workforce, and fine-tune the legal framework to build the global semiconductor supply chain. It is an important step to strengthen Vietnam's semiconductor industry. Instead of theoretical training, the programs will prioritize practice. Under the program, based on the experience of Arizona State, it will have coordination with business during training process, which is linked to the reality of businesses and the ASU. According to the Ministry of Planning and Investments projects on semiconductor human resources, Vietnam set its goals to train 50,000 engineers for the industry by 2030. The U.S. government's assistance not only helps Vietnam develop its semiconductor industry, but also become an important factor in the supply chain of the global semiconductor industry. Within the framework of the first Vietnam Enterprise Culture Day held in Paris, the Vietnam Association of Business Culture Development, the Vietnamese Embassy in France, and the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism jointly organized the Vietnamese and European Business Culture Forum. The forum drew the attendance of nearly 150 representatives from Vietnamese ministries, sectors, and businesses, associations with France and other European countries, as well as French enterprises. Addressing the forum, Ambassador Đinh Toàn Thắng stated that the forum is a vivid demonstration for the aspiration to enhance ties and connectivity between the Vietnamese and French business communities. Featuring 2 sessions on business culture and enterprises international integration and business culture turning challenges into opportunities, the forum offered an opportunity for experts and specialists to share their viewpoints, approaches, and perspectives on the business culture environment in France and Europe. In a multicultural world today, when starting a business abroad, in addition to understanding the culture, regulations, and laws of the host country, I think we should bring Vietnamese culture into our business. If we know how to take advantage of Vietnamese culture, we'll create a unique feature in our business. Now, Vietnamese and French businessmen and those in Europe understand each other much better than before. However, they still need to learn more about the business, legal, political, cultural, and social environments because the operating mechanisms of the 2 countries are very different, including administrative procedures. For Vietnamese enterprises, the forum is an opportunity to absorb information, to adapt, innovate, connect with partners, and develop a multicultural business environment with both challenges and opportunities. And that's all for now. Remember, you can always watch the news again at QPVN.vn. Now, thank you for watching and hope to see you next time.